going on? It's your dog, Art Man, the motherfucking great. And we're back with another boxing conversation. Yeah. I was about to do a live stream earlier where I was just playing that fucking Days Gone Zombies game. They just remastered that shit for the PlayStation 5, so I'm over here playing that shit. And got caught up and lost track of time. I was supposed to be doing a whole bunch of other shit. Shit was fun. But yeah, fight. Good fight. A lot of people saying fight of the year already. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm still feeling like Roach versus Tank is fight of the year to me. I don't know why. I mean, I can explain why I feel like it's fight of the year, actually. But we going to chop it up when more people get in the chat. But first off, shout out to everybody in the chat already. It's your dog Art Man, the motherfucking great. Yeah, man. Counter Benn. Oh, he's missing them eggs. Them eggs wasn't there. Them eggs was not hitting for you, boy. Here's my thing. Look. Even with Eubank clearly being drained, he was still able to be accurate and put on a hell of a performance. And honestly, he's lucky that he was drained, man. Conor Benn is lucky that Eubank was drained because Banks was gonna fucking drop, dude. He was gonna knock his ass out. The way how accurate he was compared to fucking Conor Benn and his ass, he's so lucky. He's so lucky. Because I'm watching it, dude. I'm like, man, there's some punches that Eubank is landing, and I'm like, dog, if he just had a little bit more, little steam in it, it'll knock his ass out. There was one situation where, like, he barely threw a fucking left hook, and that shit landed right in the button right here. And had that shit had Eubank, Conor Benn looking like trying to figure it out. I'm like, dog, you lucky, and you still lost, man. It was a good little competitive fight, but the accuracy was just different. You said Ben got his brains beat out. I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. He you know what I'm saying, he put up a good fight. But he was just like, how can I explain? Like, he's too like he fights too wide. If what I'm saying is making sense, he fights too fucking wide. Where it's like he's not throwing like nice 1-2 down the middle. You know what I'm saying? Sticking and moving, jab, straight. You know what I'm saying? He's not doing that. It's more of like, you know what I'm saying? He's throwing all fucking wild hooks and he's trying to throw overhands over the top of the jab. And I'm like, dog, what was effective for him is when he started popping the fucking jab out. Like, he was able to fucking catch you back with the fucking jab. And I'm like, dude, why are you abandoning the jab? You know what it is? It's a lot of fighters, they like to say, oh, well, it's about skills and skills. You know what's a skill that's not marked down as something that you should pay attention to? Being disciplined as a fighter. Being disciplined in the fight. And I ain't talking about like, oh, outside the fighter, you know what I'm saying, not smoking and drinking. I'm talking about like sticking to a game plan, sticking to the fundamentals. Like the jab, man. Where's the fucking jab? But then when Eubank start popping his jab out, Eubanks is just landing that shit. And he's lining it up for a double and follow up with a right hand. And he caught him with an uppercut too. I'm like, oh man. Right man won. It wasn't no, oh my God, it was a robbery. I wouldn't feel like no robbery at all. I was just thinking to myself, like, damn, I thought they was gonna try to give it a draw because nobody got knocked down. And you know how the politics are over there when you on them Saudi cards. But nonetheless, it was a good fight. Good fight. Good fights. I'm ready for next week though. Oh yeah, next week. Tuesday. Why you keep on saying Tuesday? I'm gonna knock you into Wednesday. Nah, I'm ready for next week too because the boy Devin Haney's shaking off that ring rust. Salute Art was good. Blood. Oh no, blood today because I got my red LA hat on. He said with blood because I got my red LA hat on. I just got this too. Like peep the art man on the side. Yes, sir. Got a little collection now. Ugh. Got a collection now. I keep the LA hat now. Because my pops got LA hats, so he's just like, son, here's your first LA hat. Like, you know, Dad, I'm just gonna keep them. I'm gonna keep the family tradition. Keep the family tradition like Eubanks, said, and live like your father, which is go ahead and fight in the ring. In my case, is wearing LA hats because my pops wear LA hats. But anyways, yeah, Eubank, you let your family down. I mean, Connor Benn, you let the family down, son. You lost. You let the family down, son. What the fuck is my lighter, man? I gotta fucking cook. Connor Benn, you let the fucking family down. He was looking like it too. He was looking sad as hell. He was looking sad as hell. Shit, I will be too. Connor Benn, he done let the family down. Nah, I don't bang. I'm like good rhymes. Connor Benn done let the family down. Holy shit. Said Titty Tuesday. Nah, I can't wait for Saturday though. Real shit. I'm ready. I'm ready to see some shit. I'm ready to see how Devin Haney look after fighting the drug cheat. We've seen how drug cheat look after them eggs. He looks so spectacular. So the drug cheat didn't look so spectacular. So I'm ready to see what Ryan Garcia gonna look like afterwards. Real shit. If Buddy looked like that, it makes me wonder what Ryan Garcia gonna look like. So Art, what do you think about Charlo versus Thomas Cornbread? Who the fuck is that? Oh, you talking about Cornflake? Oh, that's nothing. I ain't. Come on now. Charlo should get him out of here. Unless he ain't been at the bottle. But even so, I think Charlo could still whoop him. I don't think Conor Benn gonna enforce this rematch though. I don't think he is because it's bad. If you go in there and lose twice, nigga, that's bad. Especially when your family legacy on the line. See, that type of shit makes it big. Makes it big where it's not just boxing. It's legacy. Legacy. Said Cornflake, my bad. Nah. I think I see Cornflake, that's the nigga. He got knocked out by Laura, I think. I think Laura knocked his ass out. Yeah. But I'm ready. I'm ready though for the Charlo fight, man. But what's the name was Drain, and he still couldn't do nothing about it. But look, if they got a rematch clause, man, they, it can't be that rehydration clause no more. That's just that was some sucker shit. I ain't like that. I think that robbed us of a KO win today. So, yeah, that's it. But overall, Carter Bet, he's ass. He put up a competitive fight, but nah. Think about it. Beefy did better than fucking Beefy did Conor Benn, not tonight, but against Eubanks. Now this nigga talking about he want to go back down and fight Mario Barrios, man. Mario Barrios, man, he's a sucker to me. I can't respect what he's doing, man. As a boxing fan, as a man, an adult with, that cares about his health, yeah, I can respect it. But as a boxing fan, I can't respect it. This motherfucker's talking about fighting Manny Pacquiao next. Man, Manny Pacquiao need to go sit his old ass the fuck down, man. Shit. Nobody trying to see no Manny Pacquiao, no damn 2025, bro. The fuck out of here, bro. I still remember Manny Pacquiao getting slept by Marquez, and they made memes over that shit for weeks before memes was fucking popping. They had memes of that shit before memes was everywhere, for real, for real. And now they talk about he want to fight Mario Barrios, man. I hope they don't section this shit, man. Like, what the fuck, dude? And Mario Barrios, it's like this nigga's like trying to fucking, he trying to sell his belt to the highest bidder. But yeah, he just come down 147 and fight Boots. I want to see Conor Benn versus Boots, but that shit's not gonna happen. Boots, he on some legacy shit, man. He's trying to fight for a belt to get the fuck out of here. If he ain't fighting for a belt, I don't think he's staying. I don't think he's staying for that mandatory either. Said Manny Pacquiao, he lost that shit. They say he ran for it and he lost. I know that hurt. This Manny Pacquiao was literally handing out money in the streets. So you talking about some niggas is, hey, vote for him? Shit. Zayn or Hitman said, go keep that great work, champ. Yeah, that's all we do, man. That's all we do is work, man. That's all I do is work. Niggas talk shit about art, man, but I actually be working. I know y'all be seeing me hit the gym and hit the bag and all that shit. I be working for real. Really, like, trying to learn the shit that I watch, and speak on it. Because some of these guys, they don't even know what the fuck they talk about for real when it comes to this boxing shit for real. Niggas can't even throw a jab. They talking about what the fighter should throw a jab, but don't even know how to throw a jab for real. None of that shit. At least practice the motherfucker. But yeah, man. I'm ready for some good fights next week, dude. Devin Haney is fight week. I see that shit. Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy try to posting the fight or whatever of Haney versus Garcia, trying to stir up some trouble, whatever. It don't even matter, bro. That's just already long and done, nigga. Now we want to see if he can maintain that shit in a rematch. We just seen what drug cheat looked like he was missing something. Conor Benn looked like he was missing something when he was in that ring, man. He was getting all these knockouts and shit. Now all of a sudden, nigga going all 12 and shit. Nigga haven't got a KO since he got caught up on the juice. But look, it is what it is, though. Definitely is what it is. Conor Benn, I don't think he's gonna take that rematch. Shout out to my dude Black Jericho. Said, yeah, Conor Benn missing some brain cells. Yeah, and niggas trying to hit in the back of the head, and he was trying to fucking, he was headbutting and hitting the back of the head, fighting all dirty and shit. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Conor Benn is not the goods, bro. Sorry, he lost a unanimous decision. All three judges picked Eubank. All of them. See, the first couple rounds was close, and then Eubank, he separated by his accuracy. He was hella accurate. That jab was there every time. Conor Benn is not, he's not good, bro. He's not, I mean, here's my thing. I ain't gonna say he's terrible. He's better than the average fucking man trying to box. But he has no special effects, bro. He leaves himself wide open for counters. He keeps his head right on the center. He's thinking too hard when he's fighting. He's just like, you could tell when he's trying to do something. It's like he's trying to spam the overhand right. Not setting up traps. He's not changing levels. Nothing. Boots will beat the shit out of this nigga. Like, it wouldn't even, bro. That fight would be easier than the fucking Staniosa's fight. Boots could get Eubank out of there at one. Real shit. 1 or 2. Because these niggas, Boots is a lot faster, stronger than Eubank. Eubank was in there drained like a motherfucker, still kicking your ass, nigga. Like, damn. Real shit. Said Art UK Conor. The UK don't mess with Conor Benn like that. Because you know the UK, they don't respect that drug cheating shit for real. They'll get on your ass about some drug cheating. They'll clown you about some drug cheating. That's why they don't. You know, when it comes to this Haney shit, there's people that literally that I know who's bought off my website from the UK who fuck with Haney, and they don't fuck with that cheating shit that Ryan Garcia pulled. They don't like that cheating shit. Even though some funny shit do be going down over there, they don't like that cheating shit. They don't. That Gerald Miller, when he tried to cheat against Anthony Joshua, they ain't like that. They don't like him for life about that shit. See, I really think it's the first round Eubank was killing with the jab. Yeah, that's what I tweeted it on X or whatever. I tweeted on X and I was like, yo, that jab is fucking money. Because Conor Benn, all he does is just lunge in. Like, he's not even trying to throw a jab and then follow up. If you see me when I'm training, I always start with the jab and end with the jab. You can't just jump in. I don't understand boxers. Like, what boxer coach told you that you should just leap in with a fucking hook or a crazy overhand? Set that shit up with a jab, double, even if you have to triple your jab. Fucking triple up so you can follow up with something. 1-2 down the middle. These niggas is trying to fucking throw crazy overhand, and then Eubank can see the shit. He's looking at him like, yo, like, I can see you trying to fucking lunge at me, so let me just shoot this fucking jab right down the fucking pipe. Said that was a good scrap. Conor got a chin. Said facts. Real Conor, his fundamentals is trash. It's trash. Like, I get it. If you could, it looks good when you're spamming hooks on the pad and bag and all that, but you have to have fundamentals like shooting that 1-2 down the middle and following up and keep your hands up. Conor Benn looked like he was thinking too hard in that goddamn fight while he was fighting. And Eubank can see it. He's so lucky Eubank was trained. Because Eubank would have beat the shit out. I mean, he already beat the shit out, but he would have, like, dog walked him, stopped his ass if he wasn't trained. Said Chris kind of nice. You know, I've been seeing Eubank for a long time. Eubank is not a new fighter. He's, what, 35 years old? He's not some new, fresh fighter. Benn is the guy that kind of came late on the scene. You know what I'm saying? Eubank been here for a while. I still remember seeing Eubank trying to make like a American debut, trying to come out here and fight guys in America and call out Charlo and shit like that. I remember he tried to fight Matt Kabarov, the guy who fought Charlo, and allegedly fans was hating on Charlo and tried to say, "Oh, Matt Kabarov really beat Charlo." He didn't really beat Charlo. He damn near got his ass stopped. But anyways, I remember Eubank was also, "Oh, I'm about to fight him and you know beat his ass and then fight Charlo next." Bro, this Eubank has so much history in this game. It's been he hasn't won a belt, but he's always been around like the top contender, you know, ranking type shit. But yeah, I still remember he fought Matt Kabarov. Matt Kabarov had some type of freak injury mid-fight. Still remember all that shit. Like, so yeah, he's been around the block. He whooped, what's his name? He whooped the dude that Canelo fought, Abney Yildirim, where the fuck that nigga's name is, Abney Yildirim. He whooped his ass in like the first round, and Canelo went like 8 rounds with that nigga. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, he's been around for a minute. It's kind of Benn who hasn't been around, getting fucking special treatment from fucking Eddie Hearn and Matchroom and them. Eddie Hearn was pissed. He wanted Conor Benn to win. That way he didn't. Oh well. Be a promoter. Promote the next fight, nigga. Send them secondary. I don't really count them secondary belts for real because niggas didn't look at Jamal James as a fucking world champion when he had a secondary belt. Them secondary belts is just second place. I only recognize real belts. I'm not like everybody. I ain't gonna be recognizing them fucking them bullshit ass fucking secondary belts. What I do recognize it as, though, I recognize it as a nigga who deserves a title shot. If you have that belt, you deserve a title shot. If you have a secondary belt, you deserve a title shot. So I recognize it as that. I don't recognize it as, oh, you're the champion. I still remember Lubin had the WBC interim belt against or whatever, the interim belt. And I had made a joke on Twitter. Niggas got mad. I was like, damn, I should go to the club with a fucking silver belt. And the lady's like, damn, why your belt silver? I thought that shit supposed to be gold. I thought your shit supposed to be gold. Why your belt silver? Niggas hold them fucking secondary ass belts, man. Man, fuck that. Fuck that. One face, one name. It needs to be one face, one name of the division, bro. I'm so glad the welterweight division moved, though. Man, we were kind of stuck in that Spence Charlo, the Spence Bud era, man. Now we finally in the Boots era. But we got some guys at welterweight coming up, though. Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, all these guys. Frank Martin should move up, too. Niggas should really skip 140. Fuck that 140 shit. Come to 147. Where the big dogs at. Sooner or later, Boots gonna lead the division. Then it's gonna be Devin Haney's division. Hopefully. But I feel like there's going to be more guys coming up, and it's not just going to be Devin Haney. It's going to be more fighters going at it. And hopefully that these guys have confidence to fight Devin Haney at 147. That's what I want to see. 147 division about to stack up. Man, that shit's stacking up. I can't wait for that shit. Real shit. Because I'm tired of guys trying to be 135, 140. Fuck all that shit, man. Go up to the bigger weights, 147. Get that shit cracking. Said Norman about to go crazy bag in June. Man, Norman better win this fucking fight. Cause man, y'all heard what happened to the last nigga that went to Japan. Y'all remember the last nigga that went to Japan? And shit ain't turn out so well for him. So hopefully Norman win this shit. I don't, here's my thing. And there's no offense to people over there in Japan, because I actually got a customer in Japan. But I just feel like their way of doing things may be a little different from over here. When it comes to hand wrapping, to glove selection, to how can you even combat that shit going over there? Niggas wearing gloves that was made in the same motherfucking down the street. Niggas wearing winning gloves, fucking gloves made down the fucking street. I call you up, nigga, make you some gloves. You make me gloves on the same night as the fucking fight. Nah, I don't know about that shit. The rap said they juice it. Man, he cooked Scooter ass. He come there, best believe they cheated. Man, you come on now. You come to my home, nigga, you don't even speak our language, bro. We running some game on you, boy. Niggas, you gotta think about it. Who be betting on these fights too, bro? Bob Arum said it was hard to sell Inouye because his fans is like basically the people who support him financially are Chinese gamblers. We not Chinese gamblers, Japanese gamblers. Bob Arum is that old ass be. He don't be having no filter sometimes. But yeah, you never know who be betting on these fucking fights, man. You go over there, you think you dealing with the mob, nigga. You dealing with the whole Yakuza and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. The niggas, when they take their shirt off, they be fucking tatted up, nigga. I got this fucking cat, this motherfucker over here tweaking. Said they make their own gloves. Said they run shit for sure. Yeah. You think you dealing with the mob, you dealing with the motherfucking Yakuza and shit. Them niggas pull up. Said if Conor wins the rematch, I think he can stop Bud. Nigga, hell no. Nah. Bro, Bud is niggas keep on talking about what's Bud's gonna do. Who's Bud fighting? Bro, after this Canelo fight, Bud is done. That nigga's done. That nigga got one foot out the fucking door. I ain't talking about no other fights for Bud than this Canelo fight, because this might just be his last fight type shit. This nigga been in this game for a minute. He's going up to 168. He's not coming back down to 154, 147. He has nothing to prove. Unless niggas is talking about a super bag, Bud is not fighting nobody else besides Canelo Alvarez after this shit. Shit, that cat got you. Right, that shit tweaking. I'm like, what the fuck? This shit. Cat over here fucking making noises and shit. Sound like that motherfucker talking. Said Thurman back, but EJ still in bad. EJ said some real shit, but niggas wouldn't even try to hear that shit. EJ was like, man, I could be on performance enhancing drugs trying to heal my body up, you know what I'm saying, faster and give y'all niggas a show, but I'm doing it the right way. Niggas was like, man, just give us a fight date or shut up, nigga. That's the type of shit they on with them. But I don't know. And I feel like this. I gotta critique my dude Spence. I feel like it is kind of bad, dude. You can't be having your fans like wishing on a star. Like you gotta be super transparent. Let them know, like, hey, I'm done. Either let them know that you're done, or say you got a fighter lined up because niggas is like, man, bro. And then time waits for no man, bro. Bud about to have two fights in before this nigga even has one, and you know Bud only fights like once a year. So what does that tell you? Said Bud gonna have to fight Barker Ortiz if he stay around. That's what I'm saying. He ain't fighting them niggas, man. And I'm not saying Bud can't beat him. It's just like, but bro, it's different. Niggas not getting up to fight them type of niggas these days. You're not getting up to fight them type of niggas these days. Niggas is not fighting them type of niggas, man. You gotta fight for the big bag. Go big or go home. I wouldn't fight nobody if I wouldn't fight for a bag. He said, I'm wishing on the star to follow where you are looking at. Yeah, like niggas is like, man, where's Spence at? Spence coming back. He gonna fight Fedor. Nigga, that Fedor shit is long gone. I wouldn't even recommend AJ fighting a nigga like Fedor coming back. Like what? Hell no. These niggas be thinking fighters is Superman and shit. Like, bro, hell no. This nigga's coming off of one of the worst beatings in the unification in the last 10 years, which is fucked up. But we got to be 100%. You know what I'm saying? We got to be real. And then you guys recommend that he comes back and fight a nigga that's fucking, what, damn near 7 foot? Like, nah, man. Said Spence need time to rest. Yeah, he probably do need time to rest and come back and fight like a tune-up. Not no damn Fedora. So uppercut with a set Earls. I wouldn't want to see that. Would you want to see that? Niggas would be heartbroken like a motherfucker. The Errol Spence to get knocked out by Fedora. Like what? Niggas would not want to see that shit. That should be sad as hell. Since Spence could, yeah, niggas need to be looking at Spence versus Adrian Broner type shit at this point because them years is racking up, nigga. It's about to be 2 years, my boy, since you last fought uh Crawford. Bro, there's a whole new unified champion, and it's not the winner of the fight, the last fight that you had, which was a unification. Just put it in that perspective, like, bro, what? Same goes for Gary at 140. Yeah, like, yeah, nigga, you better retire. Wilder talking about even Wilder said he got some shit lined up. Like, at least he the one that got a fight lined up. The rest of you niggas just sitting around lingering. Like, nah, y'all gotta wrap this shit up. Wrap it up. Said give a bum some money, help out the community. Yeah, facts. I'm keeping it all the way real. I Niggas be like, oh, our man fanboy and all that shit. Nah, bro, I keep it 1,000 when it comes to these boxers, bro. Because at the end of the day, we gotta think about it like this. Yeah, these guys they're our favorite boxers or whatever, but these guys are entertainers and these guys are athletes and they're human. You know, they're not perfect, and eventually they're gonna fade, and they're gonna, the next guy's gonna come up, and that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. We can't just be sitting around waiting for these guys when there's a whole bunch of new talent that's coming up. Right now, I'm thinking about the new welterweights and the new 154 guys. I'm not thinking about Errol Spence respectfully, and I respect Errol Spence, but it's like now it's like, dude, if you don't have a fight lined up, it's like we can't wait on you. We have to keep the sport going. So, are you a Dodgers fan? Yeah, something like that. But I'm in Minnesota though, with the Twins. But I like the Dodgers though. But anyways, look, it's fight week. Devin Haney versus Ramirez. Ryan Garcia versus Rolly. I think that Ryan Garcia versus Rolly fight, that's gonna be a very funny fight. The reason why I say that is because Ryan may be tapering off that motherfucking performance enhancing drugs. He may be clean. So if he's clean right now, ain't no telling how he's gonna look in the ring. You just don't take drugs like that and just stop taking them. So I don't know, man. Ain't no telling what he's gonna look like in that ring. People forget that, yeah, okay, you were able to drop Devin Haney and all that shit. But you're on the juice. Now you may not be on the juice. And your defense still sucks. Did everybody look? I've been trying to talk about this on Twitter and I've been trying to like get in people's head because I'm like, hold on. I gotta pick y'all brain a little bit. Did y'all forget that this nigga has terrible defense? Did y'all forget that he's also flat footed and he keeps his head on the center line? Did y'all forget that? I think a lot of boxing fans forgot that. I think this the whole Devin Haney Ped situation, I feel like that shit kind of like confused everybody. Got to think, oh, Ryan Garcia is just some super elite boxer, and just no. Rolly's trash, but Ryan's trash too. Don't forget that. He might get caught with some shit, and it might be a little competitive. What if he hits Rolly with the left hook and it doesn't have the same effect? What if it doesn't knock him out? But who knows? Rolly's chin. Would you say Rolly's chinny? I mean, he's been knocked out a couple times. He's kind of dead. He could be damaged goods. But that last thing to go is that power. And Ryan Garcia do be keeping his head straight up in the center line. I wouldn't be surprised if Rolly catch him with something strong. Sarah, Sarah Rolly just has to survive 12 rounds. If Rolly get beat up by Grandpa and go there and beat Ryan, boy, I tell you. Ryan really in a lose-lose situation for real, for real. And Devin Haney's in a high fucking risk situation as well. Ryan, if he goes in there and he doesn't absolutely fucking destroys Rolly, knock him out, niggas gonna be thinking, even though they're already supposed to be thinking like this because nigga, you can't change science, nigga. Ryan Garcia tested positive. So if he goes in there, right, and he looks bad, niggas really gonna be believing, damn, maybe he was the fucking juice. Maybe it was the fucking juice. If he goes in there and it's tough, hey, we'll see. I got folks telling me that Ramirez is going to beat Devin Haney. Devin Haney got to be sharp. He definitely got to be sharp. Can't underestimate your opponent. But honestly, I think he got this in the bag. Honestly, I think he got this in the bag. With Ramirez, the only thing is, I just feel like Ramirez, he may be big and he probably can bang at this weight class that he's going to be at. And we got to see how Devin Haney reacts to taking a big shot in 2025. It's been a minute since he fought. So I got Ryan 1 through 6. Yeah, he better knock him out 1 through 6. Just don't ruin the rematch. I got to see this rematch before with Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. I want both of them to win. Yo, it's popping.
What's good, bro?
You say you want Ryan Garcia to win?
It's not that I
Let me
want
find
him
out
to
you a
win.
Ryan fan. You got to get out my stream. No, just win.
It ain't that I want Ryan to win, bro. I just don't think
He might be
Rolly got
damaged.
it to like really get the W, bro. Like I think like so they going to tussle, and a lot of Ryan's like knockouts are like on instinct. He used that left real quick. You
Just
know what
real
I'm saying?
fast while you coming in. You're
And
not
how
even
many of
thinking
them
about
Rolly
it.
gonna take?
Huh?
And how many of them Rolly gonna take? And if you stumble once, when Ryan smell blood, he want to stop that shit.
He gonna be smothering his work, and then since he already got a history of being knocked out, the ref just might just jump in and stop it.
Man, I think that might also be like a mental thing for Rolly too, because he got knocked out before, and he going in there with Ryan. Yeah, y'all done had like business in the past, and y'all did whatever in sparring, but we done all seen it when it happened to you. It didn't happen more than once.
He got caught. He got hit in that sparring. I seen that a couple times where I'm like, damn, if he wasn't wearing no headgear,
Yeah,
his ass probably would have took a little knee real quick. But the thing
yeah,
about that sparring is that he was able to hit Ryan by fucking smothering Ryan, getting Ryan and just trying to like catch him with some strong shots. But Ryan was still able to tie up. So that's why I feel like this fight in the pro game is gonna be real ugly because they're gonna be fucking clinching a lot. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be clinching a lot.
man. I think Ryan is underrated in the clinch.
Think so?
Yeah, bruh, because Ryan, he kind of turned to like a different person. He getting in the ring. He low key fight kind of angry. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about all the times that Devin clinched him. He ain't like wrap up really and like wait for the ref to break him up. He is still like swinging at you. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
with that Devin fight, it was hard for Devin to really be in the clinch like he normally does because he was hurt
Yeah.
and he was trying to recover. But Ryan Garcia was not giving him room to recover because he was kind of trying to fucking like muscle him out. But then that goes to him being on that shit.
Yeah.
Is he gonna be that strong in this fight?
Bro, I was seeing
This
them
time
fucking
around, both of you guys have to make weight. It's no, oh, I'm coming in overweight. We're gonna sign the contract last minute. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be on his ass about making this weight.
and I've been seeing him the little clips you've been posting about his like behavior while he was on that shit. So it's more than just like a physical thing. Like you
The
feel
mental.
strong, you know that you strong, and then you just more aggressive. So he's on the stand just talking crazy, and he's in the ring. He got caught real good, stumbled back.
Yeah, you seen when you seen that shit I post? Like, nah, like that now that shit really got that shit even has Ryan fans looking like, maybe he was on some shit because yeah, Haney isn't the biggest puncher, but if you get hit clean like that, you can see his legs fucking stumble a little bit, but then it's like he snapped himself back into it by fucking clapping his gloves together and shaking his head off. And I'm like, that is like some roid shit. Like you on some drugs. Like
Hey, you tweaking, bro.
you're tweaking. Like you ever seen a crackhead get hit with a fucking blunt object and they still get up? Like
Don't feel
they still
shit.
here. Yeah, they still here. That's what
But
it was
dog,
like.
but tell me, what was they saying about Ramirez like beating Dev? Like, what was they reasoning for that shit?
Cause he just golden boy. They treating this shit like a gang, nigga.
Man,
They
dog,
put
like,
Ramirez's face on top of Ryan Garcia as a graphic, and I said, "Oh yeah, y'all better stand by that shit. Y'all better
what
stand
if
by it."
what if Dev get the knockout? His weight just his strength improved like as you go up in weight. Like we all saw him fight like Regis, all look like a bodybuilder in there, and this dude
If
is
Dev
filling
gets
out
the knockout,
great.
if Dev gets the knockout and Ryan has a tough fight, them odds are gonna look so funny. Niggas gonna be like, "Damn, who I thought y'all said Ryan won the first fight."
That's all Dev really need to, if you really sit and think about it. He just need to knock one nigga
Yeah,
out, and then
and
people are
if
gonna
it's
stop
Ramirez,
doing him like that.
the reason why I feel like he can knock Ramirez out is because Ramirez has terrible head movement. He's really slow, super slow, stuck in the mud, and his punch selection is not that good.
Hey, you know what I've been
Oh
noticing,
shit,
bro?
they shoot in my neighborhood.
Oh shit.
Hold on.
Hey, bro, you know what I've been noticing, bro? And a lot of the fights recently, a lot of the knockouts and the knockdowns haven't been because of power. What we've been seeing is like dudes being really sharp and hitting dudes like with really accurate punching, and then just ending the fight that way or dropping niggas that way. Ain't been seeing a whole lot of just like turning niggas to dust.
So Dev could have knocked Regis. Nah, he couldn't. He could have knocked Regis out, but I feel like he was on some like, let's not even risk it. Why even risk it? Let's just box him. But then again, it's
Yeah,
like you got to understand this is the entertainment business. You still got to go in there. You still got to try to do something, nigga. Fans might want to
I
see
don't,
it.
I don't even think Dev trained to knock niggas out. Like that's not even like in his game plan anymore at this point.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, he perfectly fine with boxing everybody head off at this point. But this nigga really filling out at 147. We'll see what that power looking like.
He said Trill Bill told Devin to punish Regis for 12 rounds. That's what my dude Steven X said in the chat.
I see.
I
That
hope
sound like some shit that Bozy would said. Like we not here to like kill. Like we here to punish or some shit like that. Like if you knock him out, knock him out. But like we here to beat the shit out of the dude. Bill said that shit.
sound like seeing. Yeah, you know what's crazy about that Shane Mosley situation? So I do see Shane Mosley in the chat, me in the camp, but Shane Mosley was one of them people that was riding with Ryan Garcia after the fight.
He was.
Yeah, real interested.
And that was like after he popped hot and everything. He was still
That was
like,
yeah, he was still on some. Oh, you still got to do this.
uh,
Uh, what if Shane Mosley and Mole in the camp? Nah, I'm just playing.
I mean, Shane
I'm
Mosley, a
talking shit.
thoughtful dude, you know what I'm saying? So I can imagine him. He rolled it, and after a while, he's like, you know what? Maybe I'm not fucking with this. The more I'm sitting here looking at this, and then now he in that camp. That's crazy though to have Shane Mosley in your camp, bro.
I know, but he also got what's his name, brother Nate Jones in his camp, the one that used to train with Floyd Mayweather. They used to hit the pads with Floyd Mayweather and AB.
His name Jones.
Yep, Nate Jones.
Damn,
Yep. Hold on, let me see if I can pull that shit up. Oh yeah.
bro. This is kind of random, but bro, I am trying to see what the fuck Shakur been talking about lately, bro.
Oh yeah,
Cause,
yeah, yeah,
cause
yeah,
like fucking Zay Quinn done popped on the scene and he's doing great. We love Zay Bop, right? But like lately, when he's talking about like the people coming up in his camp, Shakur has been saying Zay Quinn, and then he's saying, and then my younger brother, like Shakir or something like that. I think they got like similar names. I ain't seen or like heard nothing like outside of that, but he's mentioned them several times.
I don't know with Shakur, man. He got this Zepeda fight. I guess that's the biggest fight to him right now at this point. Hopefully that shit falls through. He got this shit going on with his whole contract and all that, man. It's ugly business, man. I feel like I wish more fighters were like Dev, independent and not getting stuck into these contracts and dealing with all this extra shit, man. But everybody has their own path.
Yeah, and the same path don't work for everybody.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like different personality types. They approach situations differently. Like I ain't got nothing against like Shakur. Like this nigga know he's great. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like when you talk like that, it's gonna rub people the wrong way. So even though his intentions are good, things don't work out for him like maybe they would with someone like Devin, who really don't say nothing at all. And like the whole business is saying if there's anything bad, it's about Bill, not Dev. Right?
Man, I can't hate on Bill or Dev, man. I don't give a fuck about
At
people's fans
all.
because look, this is family business, man. Just like we seen today with Eubank and his father, man, how he rolled up, man. That shit
Oh
was
my
beautiful.
God.
That shit was beautiful. Even though his
Oh,
dad's his crazy as cat shit, it was still beautiful, man, to see them
I
out
mean,
there doing their thing.
also don't forget, like Senior had a son die like 2 years ago, like Chris Eubank, like oldest brother, I think. So I give him a little bit of grace for tripping, but yeah, we saw something special today, bro. Like personally, I think Connor can only fight like that against Eubank. Like if you expected him to go back down to 147 and fight just like that, probably ain't gonna happen. It's not a bad experience for him though.
My dude Sam still said that Zapata fight ain't shit. Look, I ain't gonna lie. Fights like Zapata versus that's like back in the day. That was like a free television type of fight that we'll see on a regular. Like niggas is hyping this shit up like it's fucking big and Zapata is some type of monster or some nigga. Like hell no, man. This is some. I don't know, man. It is what it is. Shakur, he needs to be fighting guys like Javante Davis, bro, Keyshawn Davis, and Abdullah Mason, them type of skill level guys, man. Because Zapata, he not on Shakur level, bro. He's not. Even with broken hands, he's not.
But who would have fight Shakur? That's what it really come down to.
The niggas who's about to fight on that top rank card with Keyshawn Davis and Abdullah Mason, because they're fighting to win the losers on Shakur's resume. Keyshawn Davis is fighting Edwin De Los Santos, Shakur Stevenson's hardest fight.
What do you think about that?
If he go in there and knock Edwin De Los Santos ass out, Top Rank. I'm already knowing Top Rank put that bug in his ear.
I feel like they don't already talked about this shit though.
They don't-
They
they
probably ain't
they
even going
they
trip.
put the bug. I think they keep on putting the bug in his ear because they ain't just gonna be on some one time shit. Nah, nigga, you're in a. I'm pretty sure he's in a real tight deal with them. So
I think they
they want.
already started.
Yeah,
If
they
not
want.
them, you know what I'm saying? It's just like just looking at these little interviews and shit like that. They forcing them to say shit that they don't really want to say. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, for 100 mil, get on the phone. And they like, oh, so he said this, then what do you think? Like, well, and they're just just adding it, making them do that shit. But yeah, if you get that knockout, I agree with you, bro. Even though I do feel like them two is like really
Keyshawn,
gonna keep on
I'm
celebrating shit.
looking for the tweet, man. I swear Keyshawn said he would fight. He would fight Shakur Stevenson.
But was that cap though? Because I know there was like capping at one point. They did a face off
It
and all
could
that
it
shit.
could it could be Cap. It could be Cap. But who knows, man? Who knows? My thing is
Them niggas ain't gonna fight, bro.
Top Rank ain't gonna sit around, bro. If you got belts, bro, this is 135. You niggas got belts. Somebody's gonna have to come up off them shits. Them niggas need unifications.
Bro, they said that fucking Sweet Pea and Meldrick Taylor did it in the past. Like they was boys and they fucking ran their division. And nobody really had a problem with that.
Man, look, I get it, but these niggas is not blood.
But at the same time, they might as well be because like their families is just like real tight and shit. And then like the
I
situation,
ain't
like
trying to hear
reality in the
none of
ring
that.
is just like
Look,
they both in the ring trying to kill
look,
each other, and your mom sitting right there, and my mom sitting right there, and we was just at dinner together, and now we trying to, and we fighters for real. Like we
yeah,
really do
because
this. So
at
it's,
the end of the day, when we leave, we're gonna leave with a bag, and you can buy your mom a nice house, and I can buy my mom a nice house.
what if the niggas orchestrated draw?
I mean,
That's
somebody
that.
ego go get on the line, nigga. I don't think they're gonna. Somebody after niggas get punched up a little bit, nigga, they gonna try to take each other's heads off.
But
But
hey,
but here's the
that
thing. Hold on.
that's
Why
like
you
the
over? Wait. Why you over talking about niggas having dinners and shit? You know who don't give a fuck about that? Mason. Mason
he
don't give
does
a fuck about none of that shit. Mason
he
said he
does
already said he ain't brothers with these niggas. He's trying to fight these niggas. He already got brothers. He don't need no more brothers in boxing.
and the thing is, bro, the way he be talking, he might not even be the best one. He just on time right now. He doing it. He's like my younger brother Ibrahim. Like out of all the brothers, that's the one he be talking about. He
J
like
Man,
yeah,
you say
but
you hold on, J Man. You said Ace Ashton Style about to fight. I thought he pulled out the fight. He ain't about to fight.
on that BLK shit,
Yeah, he ain't fighting.
I ain't buying that shit.
You gotta buy that shit.
You gotta buy it on BLK Prime, don't you?
Oh no, I ain't buying. Hell no, I'm good.
I hope he do good though, man.
I thought he pulled out the fight. That's it. He pulled out due to a sickness, or it could be some.
You know what? I think I heard that shit too, bro. To be honest, yeah, a sickness. Just us. Yeah, they didn't even say what it was. Just a sickness. And bro, they saying Lucas Body trying to line it up with fucking Floyd Schofield now.
Oh yeah, but
I feel like I saw
with
that shit
Schofield,
coming, bro.
I ain't trying to hear shit from him until I see him in the actual fucking ring. If you're
I
not
feel
in the
like
ring,
I feel like that's the nigga he need to fight right now. Because after I saw that Ashton Silva shit, I sat back and I'm like, okay, bro. So this nigga is a welterweight for real. Okay, he was fighting at 147 pounds, and now he down to 135, and he's fighting these young niggas, and this dude is like 31 years old. So he got a whole career off of doing this shit to Ashton Silva and his contemporaries at the time. Bro, he was right with Abdullah Mason and Floyd Schofield. Like he was right there with him, like up to that moment. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know. Damn, that's so
Bro,
sad.
crazy how shit changed, bro. And now it's almost like I'm like, all right, now he feel like, okay, all these stars here in this little class, I can make my career off of beating these niggas. And lo and behold, fucking Floyd Schofield, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm seeing his box rec next to fucking old buddy box rec on Twitter and shit.
He'll
Niggas
fuck
talking
around and
about,
beat Schofield too.
boy, I mean, he's a welterweight, bro. It
That
don't
was a
matter.
crazy
All
that
that
was
muscle
a
that kid
crazy
got don't
knockdown.
even matter.
That was a crazy knockout. Can't say he don't got the pop to do it. Or you just
And he
think
was,
H2O Chinny.
yeah, he was losing every second of that fight up until then. I was sitting there watching that shit live.
I ain't watched that shit live. I was doing something. What card? That was on some Jake Paul shit, right?
Yes.
What fight was that?
Let me see.
It was some fight, man. And I was like, I think I was rolling up, cooking and shit. And I was like, let me turn the fight on. And I do remember people was talking about this dude, man, because he grew up in Long Beach. I got people out there in Long Beach, and they were telling me about this dude, man. But then how I really peeped into him, he was talking crazy about Devin Haney after the Ryan Garcia scandal, little shit, pet scandal. He was saying things like, "Oh, the hair follicle test did come back negative, so." Basically, I ain't saying he was basically, I ain't
Yeah.
saying he was cooning for Ryan, but basically,
I'm
he
gonna
didn't want to say Ryan was guilty. I'm gonna just say that.
bro. Ashton Silva is kind of a goofy nigga, bro. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Just seeing what he be saying on the internet and just how he act a little bit. Like if I were to kind of meet him in person, I'm like, this nigga kind of lame. You know what I'm
And,
saying? But he'll go. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You know, he'll go boxing. By the way,
yeah,
this was on the Mike Perry
and
shit.
that's my thing. I was rocking with him before that shit too, and I'm like, oh man, you know, I don't like that type of talk. I just didn't agree with that type of talk. I ain't wish that he lost or anything like that. I just didn't agree with that type of talk because I'm like, man, you gotta stay
Right.
in your lane. Like you not even made it far yet. But then he goes
And
into
bro,
this fight
months later,
and he gets stopped, bro. It was so bad. The stoppage was so bad. I'm following
dog,
this.
it's
I was following this chick on Snapchat, and she had front row tickets to that shit because it was some type of Jake Paul fight, and she had that whole shit on her Snapchat. So I'm seeing like ringside view of this shit. I'm like, damn, this shit looks bad. His fucking baby mama was crying. His mama crying. I said, shit, this, it really made me think like, damn, I'm glad that I'm not in the ring. I respect people in the ring because that type of
fact.
shit is ugly. It's ugly.
And it
Like,
can
what do
happen
you
anytime.
any time? What do you tell your family members and all the people who paid to see you that you just got absolutely knocked? Like my UK people say, sparked out in front of everybody.
Facts, bro.
Yeah,
Oh
got
hell,
sparked out in front of everybody, and it was crazy. Just like that. That's why these niggas. That's why niggas like Brian Norman. They talking about they don't want to fight Boots for fucking 1 million. They want to fight Boots for fucking 5, 6.
and it'd be so crazy, bro, because you be hearing like these fighters talk about like longevity in the sport and shit. Like it sound like cliche, but that shit is like serious because they like, yeah, you know, I want to make it through this shit and be able to talk to my kids and like like, oh yeah, of course, but like that be happening to niggas, you know,
If
and it
you,
be
bro,
shit like
I
that.
read an article in boxing because here's my thing. Because at one point in time, I was like, man, I kind of I do want to be a boxer, and join this shit. So I got some training or whatever, but I'm like, you know what? Let me do some studies on this shit. Let me look into it. And I'm reading articles about just guys just coming up, not even making it to like their third, fourth fight. They got damage in sparring. Niggas having a fucking brain bleed in after sparring. Like, what?
Nah,
Whole
bro.
career done. Now, how do you go back into society with a brain bleed? You can't even, or you losing certain brain cells, can't even do certain things. Your whole way of thinking, your whole way of life is just, altered.
And like even boxers who don't get any damage, like after their career, they still trying to find ways to like make money and support
That's all
themselves and
you
shit.
know is boxing. Niggas didn't graduate high school, no diploma, no nothing.
Damn near like them niggas that get deployed and shit. They go over there and just be killing niggas, bro. And then come back over here and just be like, all right, you can
How do you come back? How do you live in society and you don't know how to do that shit?
yeah, as a regular person.
You say, yeah, it's a blessing. It's a blessing just to make one for a price with a payday. Like, yeah, like for real.
And then you got like them journeyman niggas who treat this shit like a 9 to 5, bro. Them niggas low key might be like the toughest niggas in the sport, bro. They going in there known as like a 60-75% chance they might lose, but they rent due. You know what I'm saying? And they need these couple $100. And you know, they kind of nice. And then they go in there and then whatever happened. So they
J
get
man,
another.
you said Ashton Style about to fight. I could have swore they said he pulled out the fucking fight. Maybe he needed that money. So you know what? I ain't sick, y'all. That should be crazy. Let me see if that shit's on. What's going on, Vovo?
Shit, what's good?
Shit, we just talking about a little bit of everything right now, man.
Shit, I seen y'all was talking about the fight and shit. Shit, I was just chilling and shit.
Oh yeah, what y'all think about the Conor Ben fight? I don't think I ever got y'all thoughts on
Oh,
that.
y'all ain't discussed that yet?
We
Nah,
did, but then we kind of started talking about other
briefly.
shit.
How
Yeah.
y'all ain't discussed that? That shit was, oh my goodness, that was good as fuck. That's an instant classic.
We touched
Instant
on it.
classic.
We touched on it.
Everybody looked at both of them looked at fucked up. They both looked at what I want to say, horrible. They both
I
looked
think
at
Eubank
horrible
got
but
his
good
jaw
at the
broke.
same time. What?
Yeah,
I
he
think
did.
Eubank got his jaw broke.
Who? Conor Ben?
Nah,
You
Eubank got
bet.
his jaw broke.
Oh yeah. It looked like one of them type of fight. They both looked tired, but they both ain't want to give up. They both was fighting for something bigger. I respect that they fight for their people. They fight for their name. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm on. That's the type of shit I am. That's the type of nigga I am. They fighting for their people. They fight for their name. They fight for their father's legacy. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? That shit was amazing for real. To be honest, at the end of the day, like that shit was amazing.
I feel like them niggas would have went 15
rounds.
Yeah, I feel like they would have
15 rounds. Somebody would have cracked though. I don't know. I thought somebody was gonna crack though. So yeah, they could have went 20.
Yeah, somebody would have cracked, but them niggas been swinging like they.
Them ain't no niggas though, but they them some Europeans, but yeah,
they chaps.
Yeah. They whatever it is, but they was not giving up. They was not giving up. They was not giving up. And I respect that, man. You know what I mean? Like I respect the fuck out of that. They got my utmost respect. I didn't like either one of them before this shit. I still don't like the Haney shit that was said. I still ain't feeling that. But I gotta respect the warrior spirit at the end of the day.
You ain't respect the what that was said?
The Haney shit.
The Haney shit.
Yeah. The shit that Ben said about Haney.
Oh, what he said? Only heard him
just trying to, huh?
Only heard him mention Barrios.
No, he said some shit about Haney. I forgot exactly. I don't want to, misquote him. You know what I mean? But he said some bullshit about Haney, and I ain't respecting that. But I could respect it when he got in that ring. He did what he was supposed to do.
That nigga threw down with a much bigger man.
Ain't no nigga. He ain't no nigga. He was way bigger than him. He looked at like 2-3 weight classes bigger than him, and he still got busy. I respect it. Even though he lost, you know what I'm saying? But that ain't nothing to hold your head about.
He already said he's gonna run
blessing. Yeah. I don't know, man. Y'all think that's better than Tank versus Roach?
What?
That fight.
Fuck yeah. What? Fuck yeah. You ain't see it? You ain't see that?
I did.
You seen it?
I just feel like, man, I didn't like the fact that Eubank was so damn drained in that fight, man.
Shit all looking all crazy and shit. Oh, go ahead, bro.
I ain't like the fact how drained Eubank was in that fight, man.
He got his shit off.
Yeah, he looked like shit. But he didn't give up though. Like I had to make weight before, and like I don't know, like I went and sparred after I had to make weight, and it was like I'm talking about like I made weight, then I went to the gym to go spar, and I looked at like I felt horrible. The fact that he was in that world title fight, like what was that for a title?
No, that wasn't for no title.
Oh, it was kind of like for a title. They was fighting for their family name. That shit bigger than the title. He fought like a dog. I thought, man, anybody could have got knocked out. What more can you ask for? The only thing you can ask for is a knockout.
So I feel like
that shit.
Hey, they talking shit though. The dad pulled up last minute.
Where's that?
He pulled up fly too.
No, that one fly right there. Hell no, that coat was ugly as hell, man. I'm like, what is that shit? And then he wore it all in the ring, his blood all in the ring, all type shit. He be overdoing it, man. I like him though, but he be overdoing it though, man. He be overdoing it.
That shit was splendid, bro.
I like it.
That was splendid. I respect
it because he came out with his pops and he defended, because you got to think about it like this, Volvo. The pops was on some like, at first he wasn't rocking with the idea that his son was gonna be fighting him, all drained, and all this shit. But then eventually, he just said, I'm gonna show up for my son in the time that he needs, and he did. He showed up last minute in the last hour. So yeah, that's what makes it dope that he showed up last minute.
How much they get paid for this shit?
He said what?
How much they get paid for this shit?
They said Conor Benn got $7 million.
Millions. I know they got millions,
bro. Because
he was mad Turkey though. He gave Turkey a mean mug.
Because that wasn't no regular.
I guess he thought Turkey was gonna be on the side with the cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I wasn't no regular stadium they was in.
Don't cook me. Don't cook me though. But I ain't never seen I've never seen the first fight with the dads. I'd actually never seen none of those fights or highlights.
You know what happened though, right?
Didn't Eubank dad win?
Yeah, so they fought twice. Eubank won the first one. The second one was a draw. So the first one was in 90 and the second one was in 94.
Okay. Nobody got knocked out?
Yeah, Eubank Sr. knocked him out in the first fight.
Oh shit. Then
Yeah,
they
them
ran
niggas,
it back?
yeah, and then they ran it back. And then apparently them niggas were just like beefing. You know, they like signed contracts like right on the fucking BBC on live television and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Dumbass niggas. I wouldn't sign shit.
No, they get
This
serious beef. You know, like over there, that's beef. Boxing over there is like shit. NBA, that's like LeBron versus Curry or some
Said
shit.
don't
Like,
Conor Benn look like Indiana. He do. I'm not gonna lie, he do.
you said look like what? What
like
he
a
say?
Like a Neanderthal.
Who?
Conor
Conor
Benn.
Benn dad. No, you talking about Eubank?
Oh, that's
Eubank.
sad that somebody would say some shit like that. Who said that? A black dude said that?
Yeah, he said boxing guys ain't rewarding those who shit on a DHP. Oh yeah, they said the Devin Haney curse continues. Because Conor Benn was talking crazy about Dev. Eubank he was standing on that fuck the PED shit. He was standing on that. You a drug cheat. He slapped that nigga with a whole egg.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good though. That's good. Yeah, like talking shit about it, man. I don't
Said
respect
Ben
it.
needs to go ahead and take care of the. Nah,
He ain't have to do all that.
Barrios about to fight Manny Pacquiao, and then he gonna fuck around and fight Devin Haney.
Barrios,
Barrios about to fight Manny Pacquiao.
and then
I
he gonna
don't
get some
like that
turkey
shit,
Devin
man.
Haney money.
Huh?
What? Then he gonna get some turkey Devin Haney money.
Then he might. I'm just saying he might.
No,
fight.
that seemed like a what you said right there. Oh, I thought like you heard that somewhere.
No, he's fighting Manny Pacquiao and all that. That's for sure.
Man, that fight is some fucking bullshit, bro. Manny just need to retire, bro. But he just keep
What you think
spending his
about that,
fucking
Bobo?
money.
He need the cash.
Yeah,
Pacquiao
bro.
flat. Pacquiao flat. He flat. He flat. He fucked the bag up. He flat. Pacquiao flat. Pacquiao flat, bro. He ain't got nothing going on. He ain't no president of the Philippines like he was supposed to be. He done gave all his money away. They done used him. He should have. Listen, bro. He should have signed with Al early. He didn't sign with Al. He was fucking with Bob. Bob sending them on bullshit missions and cheating them out of part of the money. You see, Mayweather ain't flat. All that shit that they talk about, Mayweather got finessed out the money and all that. Mayweather ain't got finessed out no money. That's part of our brand is to say that my fighters after they retire, they ain't out here begging and taking fights in their 40s when they washed up and getting knocked all around. Pacquiao about to fight Barrios. Is that a real thing?
Yeah, bro.
That's sad, bro.
Man,
the big 2025 Manny Pacquiao.
Bro, Pacquiao.
But hey, check this out. Ain't gonna be no drug test on those, so he's gonna rewind the clock.
Where they gonna host this shit at, man?
The Philippines.
Oh fuck.
Who paying for it?
Probably Turkey.
You lying? Where you see that at? Nigga, you lying.
Nah,
Where you see that?
PBC paying for it.
Oh, okay. All right. Turkey might got a little on there too.
Bro, I heard it's because Pacquiao, he just know how to spend that shit. Like, he still want to live how he was living, like, at the height of his career. Like, you know, he a politician, and it's like kind of low-key a career politician. So he be spending mad money on running for office. You know, imagine how much money is spend over here. Of course, it's a lot smaller country, but think about how much money niggas spend on elections and shit. And he over there doing that, funding it with his shit.
Right. And he used to just be handing out money. Like, I know you got to help your people, but bro, you cannot be the guy that just hand out money. Everybody can just call for money and you just giving out money. He's giving out money daily. Like and
Hey,
just pay for all types of shit, bro. No, bro, that ain't the move. You
I
gotta.
seen a clip of him just handing out money in the street.
Yeah, what type of you can't do that?
Also, is that mentality, bro? You know, this nigga from the slums. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas had to step on the scale with like rocks in his pocket to like make the smallest weight class and shit. Like,
but I mean, you know, motherfuckers do that shit all the time. Motherfuckers do that type of shit all the time. Shit like that, you know, cheat the system. Like Daniel Cormier done fucking grab the towel to make weight.
Hey,
They play a little weight.
Maybe I should have bought
no. I'm not saying
anti
cheating to win. I'm saying cheating to participate. So then
No,
you can
I'm saying, yeah, no, I know, yeah, to participate. Daniel Cormier.
so then you can possibly get some food.
No, what I'm saying is this: you can't. He's bad at business because he should have signed with Al when they was passing out all that PBC money and all that. Al is a good businessman. Al do $100 million fight and take 800,000 for himself because he understands in the long run that let his fighter make the 60 million. Bob want to make all the money that he can. He hit him with that small hat. Small hat.
And didn't Pacquiao go like 10, 12 rounds with somebody that Barrios knocked out?
Who?
Some dude.
Look at this shit. Look at the Barrio situation, but you know, like Pacquiao fucked the bag up, and he ain't had no good people in this corner that understand business. You know what I'm saying,
bro? Bob was paying this nigga millions, bro.
But what type of millions? If your pay-per-view, let's say your pay-per-view generate after all the back end money, everything come in, you do 90 million, and it's Pacquiao versus this guy. You should at minimum get like, if after all the bills paid, you do 90 million, then you should get like shit 60 minimum. Cause you the headliner. It's your name on it, it's your brand that's selling it. If you do 90 and I give you 25, you ain't really hit no lick.
Bro,
like
Marquez said that Top Rank was trying to pay him like fucking astronomical numbers for another fight with Manny Pacquiao.
And turn that shit down.
6? What that would have been 6, 5 or 6?
5.
Yeah, he won. Yeah.
That's crazy to fight a nigga 5 times. I was like, I get what he's saying. Like,
no, that used to be normal back in the day, but yeah,
like,
you right.
Damn, leave me the fuck alone. Like, damn, nigga, that's 5 times.
Now I gotta shoot you type shit. I got a bitch. Boom.
Right, like. Nah, that's too much. That's too much history. Like, what you mean 5 times, nigga? Like,
I don't need a relationship with a nigga like that, bro.
I'm on the phone. I'm on the live.
I don't think that's a healthy type of relationship to fight another human being 5 times.
That's how like families start like beefing for like generations and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need that. Nah, hell nah, bro. But I feel Marquez, bro. If you're gonna spark that nigga out like that, like I'm gonna leave it just like this.
I still remember watching that Manny Pacquiao versus Marquez.
Like that nigga died, bro.
I was like, I really thought that nigga was dead. There's a couple fights where I thought somebody was dead. It was that fight and Tank versus Leo Santa Cruz. I'm telling you, bro, I was watching Leo Santa Cruz. We was in the house. We literally went from like cheering, like, oh, knockout, to like, damn, this nigga's probably dead. We sitting here just looking like, damn, this nigga probably gone. And
you gotta see. I'm gonna tell you when you gotta see. You gotta see Martinez, Paul Williams.
Yeah, I seen that. Not live.
His eyes was open. Like,
yeah, y'all ever see a fight like that where somebody end up dying afterwards? Y'all ever?
I watched that fight between Matias versus that dude that he killed. Buddy McGirt was his trainer. I watched that shit live.
I saw that his name.
I saw that.
It was like Amadages or some shit like that. It was one of them fucking names, on that side of the country.
No, one fight that I need to apologize to the boxing community about, because I gave him hell on wheels. What the fuck is his name? The guy that's the Puerto Rican kid. I forgot his name. Damn.
Baranga?
Oh, Preacher.
Yeah.
Preacher Cologne. Yeah, I said he was a quitter. I called him. I'm talking about, I was talking big major shit. And they like, he in the hospital. I'm like, fuck, everybody go to the hospital after fights. I was the guy, I was going hard on him. And I had to apologize to everybody, but I want to apologize again. I never apologized on camera. Yeah, I apologize. He was actually hurt. He was actually hurt bad, though. He was hurt bad.
You watched that fight?
Hell yeah, I seen that shit live. He had on that pink shit. I was so mad. I'm like, he coming out with this pink shit like he's somebody, and he had on a little fluffy feather like type shit. I'm like, man, come on, man, come in this bitch and fight. You ain't on that level.
Did it look bad?
It didn't look bad. It didn't look bad. That's why I thought he quit. Cause I'm like, it didn't look. It didn't look like something, huh?
It was a knockout.
Did they stop it? I think they stopped it, but no, it wasn't like a bad image of him on the ground or twitching or nothing like that. I'm not sure if they stopped it. It didn't look like nothing we never seen before. It looked like, to me, it looked like he quit because he was it was a dirty ass fight. They both was doing dirty shit. It was just a nasty fight, like some shit like we like, ugh, like why y'all fighting like this?
Oh, niggas punching in the back of the head and shit.
Punching in the back of the head. Cologne was doing dirty shit. It was one of those like nasty fights that you'd be like, oh man, where the next fight at? Hurry up. Because it was like a middle card fight. And you know what I'm saying? You didn't really, it's like, oh man, come on, man. These little niggas doing this weird ass shit. And like, just come on, hurry up and get this shit through. And I thought he was faking, to be honest with you. But he wasn't faking. You never know with this shit. That's why I always say God.
Oh yeah, you know a fight too? Yeah. So I got a story just like that. The fucking Adonis Stevenson fight with old boy. I'm telling you, bro. I was following Adonis Stevenson on Snapchat, Instagram, and he had this little light skinned chick with him. Man, they was riding in Ferraris and all that.
Yeah, that's the East Indian. She East Indian. She ain't black.
Yeah, I know she was. I know she ain't black, but she was. They was just having a nice time and living their life. I'm like, yeah, Adonis Stevenson, he the man. And then he goes to that fight with Vochnik, bro. I swear, it didn't even look like he was taking that fight serious, bro. I'm watching the Snapchat. It looked like he was just like, he was more focused on spending time with that lady than boxing, really, because he knew that was, he was getting up there in age, getting some money. It was almost time for him to be out of there. Man, he going there with Vochnik, man. Vochnik ended up catching him with some shots, and then the ref allowed him to keep. The ref didn't call the fight, let that shit continue. He ended up fucking him up, man. And then after that, he had a brain bleed. Then they talking about the chick left him, trying to take his money.
Damn.
And now I just be seeing him on I see him on his Instagram. Thank God he alive, but it's just he's not the same. His brain,
What's his Instagram? No, that was my dude. Even though, let me say this, just for the record. He ducked Kovalev. That was a duck, and he ducked Bernard Hopkins. That was a 100% duck. That was one of the most egregious ducks ever. But that left hand that he had was Deontay Wilder level.
Yeah, it was. And they ain't that like was,
that. That left hand, that straight left hand that he had was a bomb. It was money. It's money. That's a good one to say it. Yeah, it was money. What's his Instagram?
It's like Adonis Superman something. But like, yeah, he's not the same dude. He I don't know, something's you can tell something's missing.
That's what happened. Like my boy,
and that's what Jermaine
Taylor had a brain bleed.
And then Manny Pacquiao trying to get in this shit. Manny Pacquiao. Huh? And then Manny Pacquiao trying to fight Barrios and shit. Like, bro, these young niggas gonna put you. They gonna put your ass up under.
That's how they gotta go out though, bro. If they don't manage their money right, bro, it's face down, ass up.
And bro, since it's Manny Pacquiao, the one I saw was fucking Seiya Susumi versus Kazuki Anaguchi. Like I stayed up and I watched the fucking Inoue and Tapales fight, and them niggas was on the undercard. And boy,
I think I heard about that. That's what one of them dudes ended up dying.
Yeah, bro. Them niggas was motherfucking thumping, bro. Like they was both just because you know how them niggas get like over there in Japan, bro.
Them small weights, they can throw back punches because they.
And it's something about fighting in Japan that give like these little Japanese niggas superpowers, bro. So they be in there like tripping
because they don't want to dishonor their people by quitting, so they gotta go 100%.
all that good shit. And then in the end, like say it's assuming he won the decision, but then like after the fight, like they preparing for anyway doing all this shit. They're like, Kazuki is falling unconscious, and we're taking him to the hospital.
Oh shit!
And they kind of provide updates like throughout the shit, and then nigga fell in a coma. And this was like Japan, they be having them anyway fights on like Christmas and shit. Mm-hmm. So this was the day after Christmas. And then the nigga, he passed away in February. He never woke up.
Fucked up.
Crazy, bro.
I know. That's why this boxer shit. And sometimes niggas, they say, because I watched that movie Concussion, right? In that movie, they was basically saying it'd be like, sometimes it'd be like the 60th blow that they took, the 20th blow. It's really, you never know when it would happen. It just happens.
Bro, I had a concussion and I was just amateur shit. I had a concussion. I drove to the wrong house, to a house I ain't lived in a year. I'm in the driveway telling my bitch, open the door, bitch. What the fuck going on? He like, what the fuck? She's like, where you at? I'm in the driveway. I'm at the wrong fucking house. So that shit, when you like, that shit is serious. So imagine getting 10 concussions and 20 concussions. Man, that shit ain't no joke. Adonis look cool though. I ain't gonna lie. He just fat. He retired, and he Haitian, so they a little weird. But I'm looking at his Instagram. Yeah, he kind of like he just give me a Haitian type of vibe, like an African type. They give me like an African vibe.
I'm telling you, I watched the before the fight Snapchat and the Snapchat after the fight. It's not the same.
No, I'm talking about like now today. Like I see like his like latest. I don't know. I didn't hear him speak, but they just kind of got like an awkward.
Yeah, you got to hear him speak.
Okay, yeah, I got to hear him speaking.
Yeah, and that's why I'm hoping motherfucking Conor Benn went to the hospital right after the fight.
Yeah, and then Eubank, he beat Manny Pacquiao ass, had Manny Pacquiao
like this. He already was like this. He had him more like this.
And then had him eating fucking oatmeal.
No, his wife had to feed him.
His wife was feeding him oatmeal and shit.
Yeah, his wife, because he couldn't see. He couldn't see. He shut both his eyes so he couldn't feed himself. He don't know what you put him. He already. No, that ain't funny though. That's sad, man. They did Pacquiao like that.
Yeah, that's what I was talking. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, Mario Barrios beat Ugas, and Ugas did that to him.
But no, Pacquiao, you gotta take it with a grain of Pacquiao was old.
He older now. He even older.
Barrios about to knock Pacquiao ass out. I'm taking all bets on that.
And they're gonna act like his stock went up.
But here's the thing. Manny fuck around and win. There ain't gonna be no drug testing.
What if Manny do win? Let's say Manny do win.
Right off to the sunset, man. Get an accountable.
Boots. Hey, what are you gonna fight? Boots?
Manny versus Boots. For unification.
Man, I ain't allowing it. Bobo Rats ain't allowing that, man. I'm going out there
I'll personally send a letter to the commission.
I'm flying out there. I'm driving out there, man. We going together. I'm gonna slide through Minnesota, pick you up. We going out there together, man. We putting that hell no. I want to see Pacquiao dead. We going now. This ain't even boxing no more. Now this is an execution. Yeah, now we just ain't even fair. This shit ain't even fair no more. Hey, come on, man. Come on. Barrios, all right. He might get away with that. Boots. Come on, man. And I ain't that big on Boots, but I don't want to see somebody that dynamic in there with no old ass 45-year-old Pacquiao. That ain't even fair.
Why they letting Barrios even get away with this shit? It's not even like people want to see this nigga fight like that anyway.
Because weakest link.
Everybody see Barrios' last fights, bro. This nigga look like terrible. Terrible.
He ain't look that bad though, but he looked it bad, but not like.
No, here's the thing.
When I say terrible, nigga who lost 6 times, bro.
When I say terrible, he looked like if he fights any of the other champions, he will lose.
Yeah, bro. He went
Probably
right
by
for the
knockout or TKO. People forget Thurman, past his prime. Thurman came in there and beat the shit out of Mario Barrios. And just skated. I can't hear you, Vovo.
I was talking to my girl. Let me close this door, man. She wants. I said Thurman lost to Pacquiao. How embarrassing is that?
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though. In that Thurman fight, niggas I know y'all don't want to hear this, but that fight was a lot closer than y'all think it was. For real. Watching that shit,
Thurman,
he was popping Manny head back with that fucking straight right hand on the pipe.
Thurman lost to Pacquiao, bro.
He still lost. But guess what?
In his prime.
You want to know how he lost? This what Keith Thurman told Manny Pacquiao and told the public. And you can go look up the interviews. It's still up there. He said, they asked him about the drug testing for the fight. He said, ain't no drug testing. Who cares about the drug testing? He could be on whatever. I'm about to whoop Manny's ass.
You know, that's tough talk, but hey, that's stupid talk too. He should have been caring about it.
So guess what the drug testing was like? No drug testing. Only the state testing.
Pacquiao paid those off.
So you could see it in Keith Thurman's face in the first round when he got hit with that last shot. Manny Pacquiao threw like 5 punches in a row. Thurman looked up like, man, yeah, maybe I should have signed up for drug testing.
Here's the thing, right? Thurman was supposed to be the best welterweight after Mayweather. That was like
He was.
No, he wasn't though, because he didn't put a stamp on it.
Nah, he did. What do you mean he would? He did.
Terrence Crawford
was. Vovo. We going to step back. We're going to step back. He
Go
definitely
ahead.
was. You know why?
Teach me.
He definitely was. He's a unified champion because he beat Sean Porter and he beat Keith. What's his name? Not Keith Thurman. He beat Danny Garcia. Back to back.
Was there an Earl Spence around?
Back.
Was there an Earl Spence around?
No, this is right before Earl Spence came.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Earl Spence only fought at 147 pounds. He never fought at no other weight.
Go peep the timeline. I'm talking about when he fought.
Yeah, I'm looking at the timeline too.
And Danny
he's saying at this time it's 2016, 2017.
Yeah, this was like 2015,
and Spence was right there. Spence was right there.
He wasn't
supposed to fight. He said he didn't want no.
He wasn't the mandatory yet.
But it ain't about the mandatory. I'm talking about when I say, I talk from a historical context. When I say the best welterweight, you got to stamp it to where when you see Mayweather was the greatest. I mean,
now Vovo, I gotta, and this is why I have to bring it back and tell you, like, we cannot base things off those standards in today's boxing because we're not. It's not that no more.
Yes, it is. When we
can't compare. We can't compare guys to Mayweather. We can't compare that. That's not fair to these fighters.
Well, hold on, wait. Today, Thurman's year was yesteryear too. So when you say today,
if we're talking about passing of the torches, yeah, you gotta give to because he was the unified champion.
No, it was still murky. It wasn't clear. It was still murky. It wasn't clear. The guy that made it clear that I'm the best welterweight after Mayweather was Terrence Crawford. It was still an Earl Spence out there. It was still an Earl Spence out there. You definitely got to clean up Spence. You got to clean up Spence.
You can't even say that because hold on, you can't say that because if you basing it off that, then fucking Floyd Mayweather, he wasn't undisputed at 147.
No, it's not about
what are we talking about? And then on top of that, there was Keith Thurman around when Mayweather was around. So what you say? Mayweather should have fought Keith Thurman?
But he was coming up though. He was coming. He was
and
still
that's
fighting.
What I said about Earl Spence. He was coming up. So you can't.
Earl Spence wasn't coming up. Earl Spence wasn't coming up when Thurman was right there.
So you're saying Errol Spence was Errol Spence in 2016?
Nah,
Yeah.
not at all. Hell no.
Yeah. When you said what more did you need to see from Earl?
Errol Spence didn't have no fucking names on his resume. They say that. Oh,
He was right, but what I'm saying, even in 2016, right? Even in 2016, this is your era. You guys to put a stamp on your era. If there's a Spence around, it ain't no stamp on your era.
being okay. To me, being unified puts a stamp in your era, just like Boots. Just like Boots is unified now.
Well,
that
yeah,
is putting a
sometimes.
stamp
Well,
in
then you
your
can't
era.
say that. Well, then. All right, then I'm with you. Then, if that's your standard, Mayweather wasn't the greatest welterweight of this era, then, which I don't agree with that. But if that's your standard, I get where you're coming from.
But I do understand what you're saying when you're saying that you're stamped by being as the best. But it's still like, if you're unified, that's proving that you're doing something, that you're
But if you don't
the
get the
best.
opportunity to get unified, you fight all the time because you got to think it's four belts.
Do you know how hard it is to be unified today?
Who was the weirdo that had the belts in Mayweather era? We don't even know him. The guys that had the other belt. Mayweather made it a point to say, "I want the green belt. I don't care about the other belt. I want the green belt."
What's good, bro?
Oh, what's going on, Mr. Michael Bay, man?
No, man, I'm very happy that Chris Eubank beat that drug cheater, man. I'm very happy. And most importantly, I'm very happy the senior show up for his son. That's what's all about. I am so happy for Eubank.
I thought they was going to rob Eubank. I'm not going to lie, when they read the scorecards.
You did?
I did.
Yeah, Chris.
They say unanimous decision. I said, man, I hope they don't give it off a fucking Eubank. Conor Benn just throwing all these fucking wild ass fucking hooks and shit and overhand.
And that's what I'm saying. Chris Eubank used his tools and his body. He fought a smart, perfect fight to Conor Benn. Conor Benn won the first half of the rounds, and I knew he's gonna be gassed because of Chris's weight, and it showed. And Chris Eubank outsmart him the last couple rounds. So I'm glad Chris Eubank all the way through. And he got the job done.
Conor Benn's lucky Eubank was drained in that fight, because if he wasn't, I think he would have walked him down and probably stopped him.
It was not the weight problem. The problem is that Conor, the biggest mistake that he made is that he was emotional the first half of the round, and
I'm talking about
unfortunately
Eubank had that rehydration clause, and he was struggling to make the weight. He had to pay that money off. He had to pay like $500,000.
Yeah, but at the same time, Conor Benn make a lot of mistakes. If instead of being emotional, you box, do you?
Yeah,
and he didn't do that.
He didn't try to throw no jabs. Like, okay, when he was throwing jabs, it was landing, and then all of a sudden he just abandoned the fucking game plan. He stopped throwing jabs.
Yes. What do you think Chris could have done better though?
Not sign a rehydration clause.
No, the fight game. He did make mistakes too, but to me, he got lucky tonight because Conor, like I said, Conor
really should have.
No, he didn't. You
he could have just fought off the jab alone. He really could have just fought off the jab.
That's what I'm saying.
He didn't have that.
Fought the wrong plan. He fought the wrong plan. Nigel
That's
Benn
a different energy. You made a good point at the beginning when you said he used his body. He used his size. He was in there like this, pushing his head all on them, diving on them, leaning on them, all kinds of shit. Like that's all he had.
Yeah, and that's Chris. Chris is stronger than him. That's the thing. He's stronger than Conor Benn, and it was really the weight. And I agree with you. It was the weight. It was really about the weight as well too. So Chris Eubank outsmart Conor. Conor was emotional. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. He was emotional. He was winning the first half of the rounds, but he losing it. He was losing it in the half of the rounds.
Here's the thing about this fight, right? Neither one of these guys are elite fighters in their own fucking division, right? So it's like going into this fight, like just looking at the right, you know what I'm saying? But he's not Eubank
has more,
you know what I'm saying? There's guys at middleweight like who would beat the shit out of like Chris Eubank. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he's not a bad fighter. He's still a good fighter, but he's not like
these
you know what I'm saying? So it's but this isn't about Eubank. Like my point is more so about Conor. So it's just like, even though he's a good fighter, being that he's not even elite at like 147, he doesn't have the tools to even
But
really.
yeah, the problem is
fight a
that the
good
sons. The
fighter
problem with the
at
sons,
160.
they think they're their fathers. That's the problem. They're not like, but Connor. He's not his father, Nigel. Nigel got that power when he boxed.
Nah, they
Connor, he
don't
can
think they
box too, but
fathers.
he's
They
not his
don't think
father.
they fathers. Nah, that ain't fair.
Connor's more of a volume
But Connor
fighter.
got power though. I'll give him credit.
Yeah, he got above average power for real. Like surely.
Yes.
Like he don't got average power.
So hey, what do y'all think after this great fight? But I'm glad Eubank got the job done. You think y'all want to see the rematch?
Ain't nothing left to prove. Like I didn't really like say my score anywhere like while this was going on, because it's just I barely even gave Conor Benn a round, to be honest. Because it's just like if we sit and like talk about what won the fight, like Eubank had the jab popping throughout the fight, just scoring. You know what I'm saying? Because you can throw a good punch and it can connect, but if it don't knock him down, it don't matter how fucking hard that punch was. It's still one punch, and this dude is still popping you with the jab, and he's making it up on the scorecards. You know what I'm saying? So, and then it devolved into a fight, and Conor just didn't really have what it takes to like really maintain a lead.
Even though I was rooting for Eubank, I'm glad Eubank got it done at the same time, because Conor is a drug cheater. It was supposed to happen the first time 2 years ago, but he tested positive at the last minute, and everybody spent their hard good earning money, and all of a sudden the event is canceled, and this time it didn't.
He was too small, and Eubank was too drained. You know what I'm saying?
Eubank is stronger than him. That's the problem. He's stronger than Conor.
He bigger too though, but he
natural advantage.
Small, and he was too drained. So it just made for a good fight. But you know, like as far as a rematch, they gonna do a rematch for sure. Ain't no way after they did that as you know, them UK fans, they like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, that shit was hard to watch, man. That shit was hard. That was a rumble. You know what I'm saying? I feel as though ain't nothing more to prove, but they gonna do it again, and it's not gonna be as good as this one.
Hey, believe it or not, you guys, y'all didn't see this. Conor was pissed. He was pissed off. Hug his father when he was at the locker room. He couldn't even talk to brother Turkey. He was slamming. He was slamming shit at the locker room.
I said that earlier that he was mad as hell at Turkey.
For what?
Why though?
For the judges?
Why was he mad at Turkey?
He was mad at Turkey because I feel like, you know, they ain't give him the nod. He ain't work his magic.
Yeah, Conor
he deserve it though. He ain't deserve it.
No, but Conor was slamming shit at the locker room. He was slamming shit. He was mad. He was mad as hell. He was mad. He did make a lot of mistakes, you guys. Let's all be real. You can rewatch the fight. He do make a lot of mistakes on that fight.
Too little. He too little. He was getting smothered, all type of shit. That shit was.
I know that, brother, but he won the first half. That's the thing. He won the first half of the rounds.
He ain't win the fight, bro. I just didn't have him win. I don't know. I didn't score it either. But
all right. Besides the 2 or 3 rounds, what 4th, 5th round did you give, Chris? Right.
I can't remember exactly, but I just looked at it. Just looked like the guy was bigger. He was overwhelming him when he was having his good moments. It didn't really mean nothing because he was coming back, having better moments, and he was pushing them back. And he was just bigger. He was just looking like the ring general, like he was running the show. You said it earlier. He used his body. When you using your body, that tells me that you're the ring general. You're dictating this shit. Like no matter how hard this guy fighting, he's just dogging him. He's showing like I can't knock you out because he was trying to knock him out, but he didn't have it to knock him out. But he just was bigger. He was the bigger, better man.
Yes,
he was the bigger man.
And both of them face was face was horrible. And especially Chris, he couldn't even go to the press conference. He had to go to the hospital. You know, but all I gotta say is great fight. I'm glad Eubank got the job done, but I can't wait for the rematch. I think this gonna be the rematch will be better, to my personal opinion. But both of them, they could have done better. Conor wants to win the rematch. All he has to do is just get bigger a little bit, make the same weight as Eubank did, and all you gotta do is just don't like I said, don't get too emotional. If someone use the weight on you, you go get off the weight, get off the body, and then Chris, he got to get better of his speed, especially if you want to face Canelo. Eubank got to do better of the speed. That's been a problem. That's all.
He ain't got it. He ain't got it. You can't get. How you gonna gain speed after you about to get a year older? If you do get a Canelo fight, it's gonna be a year from now. You ain't about to get faster. You don't get faster when you get older. You don't get nothing when you get older. You get craftier.
Only it's just Chris' problem is just the weight for Conor. That's all. He's trying to make the weight, but he didn't make the weight. That's all.
Y'all see that janky business with the scales and shit? Like they were sitting weights on it and getting like different results and shit.
But at the same time, he fought a smart, perfect fight. That's all I gotta say. Chris he outsmart Conor. He did. He outsmart him. All he got to do better is speed. Do I miss something? Art besides speed, what else he should have done better? Art.
It's a bathroom or something.
Oh. But what about you, big dog? Say it again. What do you think Chris could have done better? His speed and what?
You talking about me?
Yeah. Besides speed, what do you think? What do you think Chris could have done better? Even though he won.
Even though he won, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't a whole lot he could did better, but his feet weren't set as much as they could have been.
Oh, footwork.
Yeah, basically. Yep. I saw him crossing his feet and shit, and and Conor was catching him like in between steps and shit.
Yes, but like I said, and I agree with you with his weight. But thing is, Conor was getting emotional when he fought. You can't win if you get emotional. You just box. You get what I'm saying? That's not how you win a fight.
That's the destroyer, man.
Yep. But people complaining that Nigel gave him his father Nigel gave him the wrong plan as well.
You think so?
Like, man, I mean, like, it's people gonna always complain, but what more could anybody want? Like, I don't know what more. Like, they both ain't give us nothing to complain about, man. That's what I hate about boxing.
I don't think Nigel gave him the wrong plan, in my opinion. I think Conor was
there's
just
nothing more. It's a fight. This shit gonna be uncomfortable at the end of the day. It's gonna be uncomfortable. You fighting somebody. It's somebody trying to hurt you. You're trying to hurt them, trying to figure them out. So you know what I mean? Like, ain't nothing more you can ask for from a boxing match.
And there was already so much stacked against Conor going into this fight, just being a smaller dude.
Yeah, I don't like that motherfucker.
But the thing about Conor is he's speed. He got power, but it doesn't work against Chris. Chris is stronger.
And he also only got 21 fights, coming into this against like Chris is like what? He's like 32-3 or some shit. Like this
32, 33.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. 32,
so like low key, I saw Chris beating him with a lot of vet moves, like in the clinch, doing like little weird shit, and and that helped with his jab and all kind of shit.
100%. I've noticed that same thing. He was doing veteran shit. He was doing shit like little dirty tactics, little shit like that. Using his head a lot, all type of shit. That's what he was supposed to do. Like, there's nothing to be like boxing won tonight. Let me say that.
Fact.
Yeah, it was a historic British battle of the British card. I'm happy with it. I'm happy boxing won tonight. It was a great fight. What a night of what a main event. And both gentlemen make millions, and I can't wait for the rematch. But both of them got to do better. All Chris got to do is that work on his feet and the speed. That's all he needs to do. Conor, if he wants to win the rematch, he got to make the same weight as Eubank on his terms. Make the same weight as Eubank, and then just box. That's all you got to do. Just box.
I can't see.
I'm glad we got that fight after that fucking trilogy fight. That fucking Anthony Yarde, Lyndon Arthur shit. That shit about put me to sleep, man.
Oh yeah, what do y'all think? I got a question. What do y'all think is fight of the night so far? People think today, which is Eubank and Conor, or Bevo and Better Beef. To me, I mean they both fireworks and they both fighter of the year so far, but it's hard to tell who's the fighter of the year so far.
Well, this one is like we're not going to see too many fights like the one we saw tonight because it was like personal. You could see that shit. Like they were breaking the rules. You see how they were like pushing the ref out the way, and I know I'm not going to like touch his gloves and all that shit, and just like they was in there really giving it up.
I thought Connor's gonna low blow him.
I did see some low blows, but they were just so focused on just fucking fighting each other, man. They didn't even give a fuck about none of that shit.
But Connor talked too much. That's the thing. Chris too a little bit, but Connor did talk too much. Connor taking it personal because he got slapped by the egg.
And he the younger man. So I wouldn't be surprised he's more emotional.
And they got, they was fighting family legacy too. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something. You know what I'm saying? Like both of these guys shouldn't even been fighters to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like if they don't fit the mold.
Yeah, these niggas going in a fight, talk about something. I will not be able to live with myself if I lose this fight. Like that's the only plan. Like I got, like I have to win this. Like I must win this. Like for my friend, it's like they going in there just talking all this heavy shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like they had everything on this shit. Like,
even though I feel like that when I'm shit and life shit, I do it for my last name. You know
even Chris got it done, but at the same time, Connor's doing it for his father. You know, but unfortunately, he came up short. But like I said, it's gonna be the rematch. I know this it's a big sold out crowd. Y'all think the pay-per-view buys will be great, looking great? Millions pay-per-view buys?
If it's pay-per-view in the UK, it definitely did millions.
Mm-hmm. It's going to.
I don't know. I got a fire stick. I know I shouldn't be saying.
I don't know why. I mean, I know a lot of British fighters over there, but fucking Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua wasn't. I understand Anthony Joshua wasn't there because he was in his second country, Nigeria. I don't know why Tyson Fury ain't there. All of them are great pals.
No, but is it pay-per-view?
Yes, pay-per-view. Over there? Yes, pay-per-view. It's affordable, brother. It's affordable, brother.
No, I'm not asking. I'm saying, is it pay-per-view over there?
Nah, it was on Sky Sports.
Sky Sports
over there, and it's pay-per-view over here.
Yeah, but Sky Sports on pay-per-view as well. Cover pay-per-view. They all in pay-per-view.
Yeah, I don't know how they should.
But at the same time, bro, the pay-per-view, it was a good fight. It was a great fight. I'm gonna think the pay-per-view buy is gonna be great.
I think so too. I think they're gonna make it like Bandits.
Yeah. Well then, shit. I mean, like shit. You know, they're gonna do that again, though. They got to do that again. Like,
oh yeah, they're gonna do it again.
I mean, they don't have to. I seen everything I need to see, but the way them fans is over there, they gonna run that back over there. They gonna run it back over there. That's something they got going on.
I don't think Conor Benn needs to fight a Eubank with any more improvements on him than he had tonight. Like that's enough. Like this nigga took like some real fucking punishment tonight, especially like towards like the end of the fight.
Is it going to be an immediate rematch?
Well, yes, so. they do have the rematch clause, but the question is, can Conor make the weight the same Eubank do? I don't know. That's gonna be hard to make the weight.
Does he feel like he has to though? He's like, I'm under 160, so I'm good to fight. You the one that's struggling to get down here.
But okay. Yeah, but if all he got to do, if he just stopped getting emotional in the fight and just box, he'll win the fight. But he didn't. That's why he was gassed out in all the rounds. He was gassed out.
Helped him get some good
points. Who was gassed out?
Conor Benn was gassed out. The first to I would say the third or the fourth, he was winning. He was winning. The rest of the rounds. It was all Chris, and then the championship rounds, it was really close. But Chris
he wasn't gassed out though.
Chris was outsmart Conor. That's the problem. He was outsmart him.
You ever boxed before?
Yes, I've been boxed, brother.
Brother, you don't gas out when you and still be able to last 8 rounds.
I know
he wasn't gassed out. He just looked gassed out.
Yes,
he just looked gassed out because he had a bigger man all over him like that.
Yes, but I'm saying is Conor. Okay, Chris, all I gotta say is, bro, Chris outsmart Conor. Am I right or wrong?
Chris outsmart Conor.
Yes.
Yeah. I would say yeah. Well, yeah. He did what he was supposed to do. He used his advantages.
Yes.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
Yes.
and what you supposed? There was nothing more that he could have done. There's nothing. He was hitting him with everything in the kitchen sink. He was fighting back hard. Every time he got hit with something, he was cracking back. It just was nothing more that either guy could do. This was a war of attrition.
Yeah, there was nothing else they could do except for, Chris could have got a knockout, so I get my parlay, but that's it.
He getting right. Yeah,
that's
he
the thing.
got
If
a
he
knockout, maybe, but now if he do want to do something different,
that's his speed. He got to work on his speed.
He got to slow. He got to slow the fight down and speed it up at the same time. What I mean, he got to be the ring general, and he got to fight in a whole totally different style, to where he's not. He got to fight on his terms. That's the only way he gonna win on the number 2.
Man,
he's got to be better legs.
I'm actually pretty interested to see like what Eubank does decide to do, like going forward. He might not decide to do a rematch, but after winning this, and he's still ranked pretty good at 160. So he might decide to challenge somebody else, like a real fucking fighter in his division.
I'll see you. I appreciate you.
Just came back. My bad. All right, you guys. Y'all have a good night.